Hello and welcome to Bare Naked Lifting episode number 2. My name is Sam. Today we'll be talking about the importance of foot positioning and how wide your feet must be while split jerking. So first thing to clarify, when we're talking about width, we're talking about, if you're facing me, right foot, left foot, how wide the feet are coming. If we're talking about length, we're talking about how long they are or how short they are. So width talks about side to side. Length talks about long or short. Most instability comes from being too narrow. Now, quick little side note, if your foot position is nice and wide with a good base of support, but you're still a little bit wobbly, it may be more instability through the trunk rather than the feet leading towards that. So the feet may be fine, but your trunk stability needs a bit of work. Palloff presses, side bends, things like that. That's another topic we can talk in another episode. Today we're talking about those struggling with foot stability, landing, planting your feet and staying nice and stable even under a heavy load. So why does foot position matter so much? Split jerks happen really fast. And once you've landed, there's not much time to correct. It's very hard when your feet are moving that fast under a heavy load to make little adjustments. You've got a lot of weight, you've got a long lever heading up here, arms up overhead with a heavy weight, trying to support yourself, and your only base of support are not even 2 feet, but 1 foot and the ball of another foot. That's not much surface area, so we have to make sure you're in a perfect position to give yourself every chance possible to stay strong and stable. Remember, I've got my boots here. Okay. That's all you've got supporting this 2 meter high lever with your arms up overhead, probably holding more than twice your body weight. So they're supporting not only your body weight, but also the barbell. It's actually even harder than that because this back foot, I'm left foot back, will only have the ball of your foot. So if we think about it, all you've got supporting yourself is your right foot and the ball of your back foot supporting this huge lever up in the air, trying to stabilize a heavy weight overhead. You have to get this foundation absolutely perfect or you'll always struggle with split jerks. So to summarize your foot position, your feet must be in a natural position where you're strong and comfortable. It must be automatic. You don't have time to think or adjust. And it must be repeatable. It must be ingrained in your system so you don't have to think about it. You've got so many other things to think about with your lockout, your shoulders, dipping straight and all this other stuff. Your feet need to be automatic every single time. Last thing to tell you on the importance of footwork, and something that really doesn't get spoken about nearly enough, I don't think, is the importance of footwork and fatigue. Think about any sport and what happens under fatigue. The first thing to go is your footwork. Think boxing, tennis, footy. You'll always hear stay on your toes. Coach yell it, parents on the sidelines tell it. What they're really saying is stop being flat-footed, get on your toes, get active so you can move and respond quickly. As you get tired and sluggish, your feet will naturally want to move less and slower. We can't have that in weightlifting, especially in split jerks, because remember, the longer the session goes on for, the heavier those weights should be getting, which really means the more tired you're getting towards the end of your jerk or clean and jerks, the more tired you are, the more important it becomes because it's under heavier loads. So if I do 5 warm-up sets and then have 5 working sets, that last working set, I've already got 10 sets behind me. So I'm already a little bit mentally and physically fatigued. Now imagine it's a clean and jerk. Imagine it's clean and jerk doubles, heavy. You're going to be tired as you get to the back end of those working sets. Everyone will be, otherwise it's not a heavy weight. Yet they are the most important reps. As it gets heavier, footwork becomes more and more important. Keep your speed, keep your balance, keep your stability. So again, to give you every chance of success, we need impeccable feet. The easiest way is to make it natural, a comfortable position for you, repeatable, so you don't have to think, and automatic. So now let's get into the fun stuff. What is the ideal width for you? Okay, so let's think about this. We want a stable platform to allow us to stabilize over 2 meters of weight twice to 3 times our body weight on a surface area that's very small. Now, you know how hard it is to balance just on one leg with no weight without holding anything overhead. All we're giving you is the ball of your second foot extra for stability. So we've got to make it count. Now, you know that the most stable structure is a pyramid. Wide base at the bottom gets narrower towards the top. It provides tremendous stability. Conversely, an upside down pyramid with wide at the top, narrow at the bottom, think wide barbell, narrow feet, is extremely unstable. So now let's take that to split jerks. If we imagine our hips are at the top, so it's like a flat top pyramid, if we can get our feet outside hip width, we're creating somewhat of a pyramid. The ankles are either outside, stable, straight under, like a tall skyscraper, or inside, narrow and wobbly. So ankles, outside hip width. I say ankles, imagine the wrist is the ankle, because as you turn your feet in, those toes may come inside a little bit depending on how much rotation in your foot has. So think about your ankles being outside your hips. That'll give you a stronger base than straight under, or worse yet, narrow, inside your hips. So we've got one of our new lifters, Henry, here, and this is his 12-week PB attempt. He's done his clean. If I pause it there, if I draw a plumb line down from his hip, I know we're not quite square on, and the back leg, that's a little outside. But as you can see, his feet are outside his hip width, which gives him the stability. So if I play it forward, you can see it's a very easy jerk for him. And he's pretty happy about it. So in full speed, good dip, good catch, and it looks easy. He's never done that weight before. He's a new lifter, but it's easy. And it's all because of his straight dip, stable feet. The best exercises is, first of all, you obviously have to establish your ideal position. Now, as a general rule of thumb, we'll start you in a position that you can comfortably drop into a split squat, into like a lunge type movement. That will pretty much give you 80–90% of your ideal position most likely. Just remember, turn toes, can't do it with my fingers, front toes in, back feet in. That'll help support you side to side in your lateral movement. And then it's just practice. Literally just practice, no barbell needed, just drilling until you can hit it 10 out of 10 times. Put some chalk down around your feet, give yourself a guide starting in the same spot each time, and just drill for warm-ups. Remember, if you can't get it with an empty bar consistent, you're not going to get it right with weight. So keep drilling it. A lot of people also love just getting comfortable there by doing heaps of reps in that position. So we put you in your split jerk position and we'll give you things like push presses, presses in front, presses behind neck, whatever. The idea is you're just sitting in that position through the entire set, might be a 30-second set, sitting there, staying there, getting comfortable there, and just reinforcing to your body and making it stronger, saying, this is where I should be, this is where I want to be. While you are learning to get this right, it doesn't mean you can't jerk. It just means you might focus more on power jerks. Most our beginners will start with behind neck power jerks. The barbell, here's my head, here's the bar facing that way. The barbell's already in position. Whereas if I go in front, I've got to learn to clear my head. It's a little bit harder. So beginners, you can still practice your jerk, the dip and drive, with things like behind neck power jerks where you're not worrying about the split stance. Then as you start hitting it, you'll find transitioning over to the split jerk is a hell of a lot easier. You've already got the straight dip and drive going. You're already comfortable moving heavy weights. Now we're bringing in your comfort and strength, newfound strength, in your split position. So there it is, nice and simple today. All you need to think of is the strongest foundation is to create a pyramid, ankles outside of hip, length will take a little bit of practice, but generally if you can drop into a lunge, you're pretty much well on your way to getting there. It might change a little bit, may not, we'll see how you go. No need for excessive starfish positions. You will find what's comfortable. Once it's comfortable, and strong, it'll become a lot more natural and a lot more automatic, and that's what we want. Thanks for watching. Any questions, please shoot through. Good luck, happy lifting, and hope to see you next time.